think I heard you talk about how you guys have changed your process for really finding good people. Because I think people go salesperson and they hire them, and then with it, like the turnover is insane. And I think you were saying 5 interviews before anybody even gets a shot to really go live with your company. So talk a little bit about how you've adjusted to making sure that you find better people, because that's a huge problem for not even just real estate, just business in general.
Yeah, I'm going to give you probably the core of all of that is that you know where great people want to work
Where
for
they're
other
happy.
great people.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So the first place to getting better at your ability to recruit and retain great people is to become a great person. So the first thing you got to do is reflect and say, why have the people that I've had in the past left? Take extreme ownership of it. Focus on improving in those areas. And what I've noticed is we don't do a ton of recruiting. The most difficult part of our hiring process now is saying no to really good people in anticipation of finding great people. And when you scale, when you go from, there was this thing, man, where we kept, butting up against this $10 million gross profit ceiling. And my approach was where I just need a couple more deals or a couple more leads or a couple more contracts. And what we found is to break through that $10 million gross profit ceiling, it wasn't a small pivot, it was a massive pivot. And it was no longer accepting really good or acceptable or okay or, that's fine. And it was no, we have a interest and a commitment to great, and we'll bring that to every interaction, every hire, every lead, every contract, every process, every renovation. And that's not for everybody. Some people love being comfortable and average. And the one thing about greatness that I've realized in my endless pursuit of it, which I feel like some days I get further away, other days I get closer, is it requires continuous improvement. It's not like a place where you get and become whatever it is the best, or you become great and then you can just hang out there, because somebody will quickly pass you by, right? Whether it's a new product or a new exit strategy or a new marketing campaign, if you're not continuously holding you and your people accountable to continuous improvement, you will get left behind. So we just had to be okay with not just being okay anymore. So we had to really pivot, like instead of, everything had to ramp up probably 2 notches for us just to go up 1 notch. So everything about our processes had to get way better just to get a little bit better when it came to net profitability. And it started with me as the leader. I had to lose weight. I had to be better at setting expectations. I had to be better at, one of the things I do now that, man, it seems so trivial to me 5 years ago is every single Sunday, except for this Monday, I was traveling. I did it at 5 a.m. I send out a weekly vision and values email where I put a lot of thought into maybe an interaction I had or a deal that went down or an experience I had while I was traveling or whatever, and I tie it into our values. And then I use that to clearly articulate the vision of where we're headed. And I send out a 5 to 7 paragraph email. And I do that every single week. And, every once in a while, 2 or 3 people reply and say, man, this is a great message, or thanks for doing this. But most of the time, if I send it out to 45 of our people, I might get 2 responses. But I know that people see it and it reconfirms where we're headed and how we're going to get there and why that's important and how they're included and what the impact is on our customers and the team and them. And it's little things like that that I think really add up to big things when you're trying to grow a team and scale.